Welcome to a mini episode of Reader Seeks Romance Channel's Romance Roundup, the #1 romance book recs talk show. I am Liz Donatelli.
And I'm Libby K, author of the sweet romance series Buckeye Falls and the new romance series Pine Grove FD. The first installment, When Sparks Fly, is out now.
Our favorite booksellers from Gramercy Books in Columbus, Ohio, Nikki and Katie, joined the show to share their summer romance TBRs. Watch Romance Roundup on Reader Seeks Romance Channel and subscribe on YouTube. Listen to Romance Roundup on PodBean and all podcast apps. Follow us on Instagram at Libby K Author and at Reader Seeks Romance. Hello, Libby.
Hello, Liz.
Looks like we have Gramercy Books booksellers Nikki and Katie in the waiting room. I'm going to let them in. You ready, Libby?
I'm ready.
Welcome, Nikki and Katie from Gramercy Books, our favorite bookstore in Columbus, Ohio.
Hello. Thanks.
You're here for one reason and one reason only, to entertain us
Yeah.
with your summer romance releases. Which ones are you looking forward to reading?
Let the roundup begin.
Giddy up. So, the first one that I am looking forward to reading, because I am at heart a huge fan of 90s rom-coms, is on June 24th. There's a book coming out called When Javi Dumped Mari by Mia Sosa. And it's very My Best Friend's Wedding coded, which Dermot Mulroney, Cameron Diaz, Julia Roberts, and that one guy who played Claw in Inspector Gadget.
Rupert Everett.
Yes.
Thank you. So it's the author of The Worst Best Man, Mia Sosa. They say it's a flirty rom-com about a pact between friends that goes awry when one of them suddenly decides to get married. One engagement, two best friends, three's a crowd. So it seems that Mari and Javi, when they were in college, made one of those pacts where if we're not married by the time we're 30 or whatever it is. So seemingly it's like a decade later, and Mari maybe was kind of just always waiting for Javi to make a move, and he has not. So she has decided to, follow her heart, and she gets engaged to the guy that she's been seeing. And Javi's like, wait a minute though, I love you. So then he decides he's going to try to win her back. And so they, it seems that Mari is an entertainment lawyer in LA, and they call her new fiance a Pedro Pascal knockoff, which I love.
Oh.
I'm your daddy. Am I the daddiest daddy?
Yep, I am your cool slutty daddy.
So now that his life and career is on track, Javi's like, oh wait, I should confess my feelings. So she's already moved on, and now he has to win her back, which is very My Best Friend's Wedding. So
Yes.
Huge fan of the chase scene at the end when he's chasing Cameron Diaz and Julia Roberts is chasing him. And
that scene.
the chase. It's so good. Yeah. So I am very excited to I'm looking forward to that one. That's June 24th, When Javi Dumped Mari.
Yes.
I wonder, obviously we don't know, and don't tell me. I'm wondering, is it going to be the ending we want, or is it the ending that will follow the movie?
I don't know.
Well, it can't, because the ending wasn't a happy
It was
ending.
clear. Yeah, in the end, spoiler, if you haven't seen 1994's My Best Friend's Wedding, in the end, Dermot Mulroney decides to stick with Cameron Diaz, and Julia Roberts just has to be a supportive friend. She loans him their song at the wedding, which if I was Cameron Diaz, I'd be like, that's pretty much
that's a hard pass.
And and then her gay best friend and her dance at the wedding. So he does stick with the chick that he's with. So
What a nice dude.
Dermot Mulroney, everyone. So, I mean, if that's the case, then it's is Mari going to stick with her Pedro Pascal knockoff fiance, or is she going to revert back to an old love, a friend and a love? So
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Honestly, I'm not a fan of the movie, but anyway.
Yeah. You say you're not a fan of the movie?
I am not a fan of the movie. When I saw it in the movie theater many moons ago, that's right. I saw it in the movie theater.
At the Nickelodeon. Oh my gosh, the
How
Nickel.
could you not like it?
And I was crushed for Julia Roberts that she didn't get to marry her best friend. And I was like, what is this bullshit?
Sometimes people want creme brulee and not Jell-O, Liz. I don't know what to tell you.
It's one of those movies, I haven't seen it in probably a decade, and I'm afraid if I watched it now, it would piss me off. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, it would, for
It
sure. Yeah.
would.
Like,
Julia
thinking
Roberts
about
is-
it, like, I remember
Yeah.
seeing it with my girlfriends in the theater, and we're like, oh, it's so cute. And now I'm like, oh, if I watched it again, am I going to be pissed?
Yeah, some rom-coms don't age the best.
No.
Yeah.
no. But
But we
Julia
still love
Roberts,
them anyway.
we love them anyway.
Yes, we
And
do.
there's that wonderful sing where they sing I say a little prayer for you in the
Yeah.
seafood restaurant.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
I love that
I
scene.
actually owned the soundtrack. I liked the music, but I just couldn't get behind the ending. I'm sure Mia Sosa is going to give us
I was gonna
the
say.
ending we wanted, though.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll read it and there will be actually more context where it's like, oh, they shouldn't be together and they both realize it and they
That's
can be
true.
supportive friends for each other, which was
Yeah.
probably what would happen in real life. Would you really leave your fiance? But
Yeah.
looking forward to that and rewatching My Best Friend's Wedding. When Javi dumped Mari, June 24th.
All right,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
You wanna go?
Yeah,
Okay.
one that I selected it's coming out July 8th. Scotch on the Rocks by Elliot Fletcher, which we did read Whiskey Business for Romance Book Club.
Yes.
Very good, very steamy.
Very steamy.
It was steamy.
So this kind of like continues the story just with like two other characters within like the universe that Elliot Fletcher has created. So Scotch on the Rocks, opposites attract in this sexy Scottish romance between a young woman and the man who's completely off limits, from the author of Whiskey Business. So it kind of takes up with Juniper Ross, who is the owner, I think, of the bakery.
The bakery?
Right? But she has rules, and because one of the brothers was her ex-fiance, the other brothers are kind of off limits, but thankfully one's taken already, so that's done. But the middle one's like the ex.
Yeah.
And so that kind of leaves the third really hot,
Yeah, really hot one.
really small town hero Callum McCobb free.
Helen.
And she has rules, so she's not supposed to look at one, not supposed to look at one of the brothers. She's not supposed to talk to them, and she's not even supposed to think about them. But I think that she's probably going to break her rules.
Yeah.
And it's not going to take a lot.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Must
it'll be
have
a
to take
very
a lot.
boring book.
Barely anything.
Barely
I would say.
But I always love when there's like a really hot guy and there's like just this cute little small town baker and they just like fall in love. I think this is gonna be really cute. I think it's gonna be a really fun story and another great addition to the Elliot Fletcher series in Whiskey Business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a weird little taboo forbidden romance. And
so
this
good.
one's like wrapped into like a more acceptable package of like, oh, he's her ex-fiance, but we're in a heartwarming Scottish Highland village,
Yeah.
as opposed to like some real creepy stuff. But
In Whiskey Business, I remember there being so much detail about the whiskey making process. I wonder if they're going to do a deep dive into Scottish baked goods.
Do you know
For
how
the
much I
bakery.
love that? I think it's gonna be so good if they do. But I also wonder if she's gonna like change it up a little bit. Like I don't know. I know we got some of Juniper's story in the last book, but we didn't get a whole lot. But I can't remember a lot of her
was she
info.
Was she the one? No, because okay, I'm thinking of the third
friend.
The third friend who owns the inn because didn't she have a kid or something?
Yeah, she has a kid.
And that's the book. Is that the third one? Because that's the book.
the third
that's
one,
probably
right?
the third one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that third one is gonna be crazier
I'm excited
than
for this one.
But
I have no
I
idea.
mean, it was the first one was steamy, so
It was.
the second one's gonna be steamy, and I think they'll probably feature the same characters from last time too. But July 8th.
Yeah,
That's
looking
the day.
forward to that one.
Yeah.
And Darby from our book club, read it already and said it was amazing. So
Oh, wonderful.
next one?
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Yeah.
Also July 8th.
Ooh, big day.
I'm excited about this one because this one felt very whenever we do these and when we pick for Romance Book Club, I scan through like pages and pages of romance books that are coming out in like a month period. And for this one, it was a 3-month period. And this one was like so different from the other things that I was going as I was scrolling. This one is called The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley.
Oh,
I love the title.
Yeah, and the cover is, I know you're gonna pop it up right here. The cover is super cute. It's got like cute little back to back, and then she's holding like a magic, and she's like holding it, and the vial's like floating, and there's a cool border, and it's pink, and it looks so fun. So, okay. Loyalties are tested in this slow burn, enemies to lovers romantasy following an assassin and a healer forced to work together to cure a fatal disease, all while resisting the urge to kill each other or worse, fall in love.
Ooh.
So it sounds very fun. I'm really excited. They have crazy names, which I'm not going to be able to pronounce.
You got it.
When Osric Mordaunt, member of the Furin Order of Assassins, falls ill, he realizes he needs the expertise of a very specific healer. As fate would have it, that healer belongs to an enemy faction, the Halen Order. Orion Fairham, maybe, and her fellow Halen are inundated by sick children suffering from an outbreak of long-forgotten pox. That's a bummer. I'm so sorry. Unable to get the funding needed to launch an immunization program, the Halen Order is desperate for money, so desperate that when Osric breaks into their headquarters to bribe Orion to heal him, she is forced to accept. So they work together to solve this illness. They're trying to solve the mysterious recurrence of the pox in all the kids, because you don't want kids to have pox. And they find themselves ardently denying their attraction, which fuels the tension, as it does.
There's a lot going on in that one.
There's a lot going on in
Is
that.
it romantasy or is it dark romantasy? Like Assassins, I feel like, is it going to be a little edgy?
Right?
It just says romantasy. I know it's the first in a duology.
Oh, okay.
So, and I love a little the confidence of being like, you know what? No,
I can do it in
this
2
is a
books.
duology.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that.
Well, hopefully that means it's not 800 pages.
That's true. Take notes, Sarah Moss.
Yeah.
So that looks really good. And when you see the cover, you'll go, oh, that is cute. So I'm really excited about that one. July 8th. I love a romantasy and I love enemies to lovers.
We do. So August 5th, Well Actually by Maisie Eddings is coming out, which I'm also excited for. Also another romance book club book author that we've had in our book club. An utterly delightful and sexy second chance romance between a black cat and a golden retriever with Maisie Eddings' signature sparkling voice. So Ava Kitt never expected to be the host of Sausage Talk.
Sausage surprise!
Interviewing B-list celebrities over wieners. So it's giving like
Chicken Shop Date?
No, like
Hot Ones.
Hot Ones.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Chicken Shop Date because she maybe it's both.
It's a mix of both, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Either way, she's doing one of those shows.
Instead of pursuing the journalism career she dreamed of, when Ava publicly calls out her college ex for ghosting her, her video goes viral. And it doesn't help that said ex is Riley Cooper, a beloved social media personality that has built a platform on deconstructing toxic masculinity and teaching men how to be decent partners. Now she's forced to confront Riley on a live episode of Sausage Talk, where Riley makes her a deal. The name is crazy.
Sausage Talk is crazy.
Allow him to take her on a series of dates to make up for his toxic behavior, and then debrief them all on his channel. Ava refuses to play nice, but agrees to the deal to further her own career and continue defaming Riley's good name. But when these manufactured dates start to feel real, Ava has to wonder if the boy that broke her heart has become the man that might heal it. And I know I'm going to have a lot of thoughts about this book, which is why I'm excited to read it. Because I feel like it either go really good or maybe really bad.
Yeah. But it's great settings, and I love the way she writes. So if it goes bad, at least it'll be written.
It'll be interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. I want to point out that you mentioned at the beginning of the description, Black Cat, and we just talked to an author earlier tonight.
Like an hour ago,
who mentioned the Black Cat, like, oh, this character. Did you ever hear of that before?
All the time. I'd never heard of that, but when I read it, I instantly knew what they meant.
Yeah.
Liz and I thought they were like shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters,
Sunshine in a way too.
Grumpy Sunshine.
It's like a good way. Like someone who's like more like
edgy,
and someone who's a little bit more like go with the flow.
Yeah.
But also like just like nice. I don't know, like
because I've heard golden retriever, so it makes sense that it would be like Black Cat.
Yeah.
It makes sense now. But it's funny that I went from never hearing it to twice in an hour. So if you notice, that's why Liz and I both went like
Black Cat. But but it's interesting because why not pick another dog? If you're gonna do golden retriever, why not do like Chihuahua and golden retriever? Because Chihuahua's a little bitchy dog.
Chihuahua's giving like yappy girl.
Yeah, it's giving like that. Oh, I can just give you sass.
Because I think that the vibe of like a black cat, my black cat, will like do the thing where they like sit and be like
a little judgy, maybe.
Or maybe like that's the vibe that they're going for.
Maybe
like aloof.
A little aloof.
Aloof. I like it.
Yeah, this could also just
I think that Black Cat is open to too much interpretation to really
Yeah.
accurately, because
Really
it's either
valuable.
aloof or you're a real sassy cat. You're swiping your
Yeah.
paw across the face.
Hmm.
Mysterious
claws
and
out.
misunderstood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe
Oh.
that's it because
Oh, misunderstood.
Yeah, like
Misunderstood.
mysterious,
There's a lot of depth to this Black Cat thing, and I don't know if
I
I
know.
have the wherewithal to attack it all tonight.
That's okay. We can do
We
it
got
later.
time.
I don't know if I could ever do it.
That's
Okay.
your homework, Liz. You
Yeah,
need
you
to
can
come
pick
back
one.
and
I'll
report
talk
on
to you
your
about
thoughts.
later.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
Yeah, but those are the 4 we picked.
I'm so
I had
scared.
2 others that I
Yeah,
graciously got rid of.
An honorable mention.
No, we can do honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead, keep going,
Yeah,
keep
'cause
going.
one of
We've
them's
got time.
wild.
One of them is wild. Have you
Oh,
guys
well, now I need to know.
the book called Lights Out?
Oh my God.
yes,
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
The show is
I
over because I'm going to
personally-
talk about this for
I
45
bought
minutes.
it. I bought it from you, Nikki.
Yes,
bought
I
it
did
at
too, because
Gramercy.
you recommended it.
Yeah.
I watched it. I was watching an episode of Romance Roundup,
Mm.
and they were talking about Lights Out with
Mhm.
someone from one of the publishers, I think maybe, or from Reader Seeks Romance,
Yeah.
maybe. And she mentioned it, and I remember I messaged you both, and I was like, "Can confirm, Lights Out is amazing." And then they said, "Can you order us each one?" So I did.
Yes.
So June 10th, the second book in that series comes out called All Caught Up by Navessa Allen. And I was telling Katie about Lights Out. I recapped like the first like 100 pages to her, and she was all in. So she's gonna read it. So I'm not gonna spoil too much.
I will read it.
And she's gonna read at least the first half. I told her I
Yeah.
could just
Skip
go
through
with
the
the second
second.
half. Or you have to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started reading it during a slow work day.
Oh,
So I got about
amazing.
4 chapters in. And I love the direction it's going. It's the direction I wanted it to go, but I just have not had time to pick it up because I'm reading another book, which is for Gramercy Romance Book Club tomorrow. So
Mhm.
I had to put this aside to do that. But so far, I am loving it. And if it continues going in the direction I think, this is going to be the kinkiest, best book of the year.
There's like there's a scene that have you read it yet, Libby?
I read
Oh,
it
she
and
loves
loved it.
You know.
I
Okay,
literally downloaded the audiobook because I had downtime at work where I could like put in reports and I'm like, I want to listen to I literally could not
Audiobook.
stop reading it. I needed to listen to it as I continued my day. Like
I love that.
it has gotten me kind of hooked on dark romances now. But no, what oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, loved it.
So
Loved
I
it,
won't
loved it.
spoil it, but there's
Yeah.
a scene, Liz and Katie in Lights Out, where like there's like a little forbidden thing, and like
Yeah.
and so she decides she's gonna taunt our leading man, and the way that he does not put up with it had me like fanning myself in
Yep.
public.
Oh, I just got chills.
I think I might have like went like when I read it. So
Yeah, I actually had to stop listening at work because I'm like, I'm basically listening to porn.
Yeah.
it's so good.
What's interesting is kinky romance, though, has been around a long time. Like I've been
Oh, yeah.
reading it by a lot of self-published authors for years, and then I switched gears because you go through reading trends and habits and stuff, and so now though it's got this resurgence, and now traditional publishers are picking it up, probably because of the popularity with the indies. But it's interesting to see people getting into it, and I'm like, oh, I've read some doozies back in the day.
I love that it's like it is becoming more common to the point where like when you're with the right people, i.e. us with you guys,
Mhm.
you don't feel like any shame about talking about the weird
Yes.
stuff, which I think is like awesome how far we've come with people being ashamed of this dirty things they're reading.
Yeah.
Because it's nice and dirty and I like it.
Yes.
The second one, Caught Up, is a nice red cover. And it
Yes.
follows, it's not going to spoil anything, but it follows the cousin of the female main character in the first one. And it's him, his name is Nico, or Junior, they call him. It's him and a girl named Lauren. And in high school, he had a little crush on her. He pushed her away because he felt like he was bad news. He was from the wrong side of the tracks. She was like this book smart, little, like very well behaved girl.
Of
And then,
course.
fast forward, and he looks her up online and discovers that the shy bookish girl is gone, and she is just placed like doing these crazy, sexy, risque photos, and she runs a nearby kink club that's real close to his house.
Good for her.
And then
Convenient.
convenient.
Is so good.
You can stop by on the way home. And then so he goes and he he's like, watching you's not enough. I need to, be in your house like lights out, I guess. So, which is not okay in real life to break into a girl's house,
Correct.
but in
No.
books,
It's
A
fine.
perfect
It's fine.
example of,
It's like a
yeah.
yeah.
yellow pass.
So like that's what I'm excited for that one.
You know, I feel like these books are going to help me overcome my greatest fear, which is home invasion. It's always been my greatest fear. I'm really working things out, you know, because it sounds like, based on what you said about the second book, that this is going to be a trend throughout all these books, is that there's an element of getting into someone's private sanctuary and reaching that, but there is a consensual.
Yeah.
It is consensual, but still there's that thrill of,
Easy.
breaking into someone's house. I don't know.
It's gonna break into your house and you're gonna go to jail, Liz, because you're gonna be like, "Ooh, what are you here for?" They're gonna be like, "Oh, lady, I'm just here to rob you."
Yeah, if someone were to break in my house, they're gonna be shocked. I'll be like, "I've been waiting for you."
Maybe that would help. I don't know.
Yeah. You're gonna
Probably.
break in. You'll be like, wait. Let me see your face real quick.
Yeah.
You're like, this is fine.
Before I wake up my husband to take out his gun, let me see what you look like.
Like, wait, have you been watching me through a secret camera that you put in my house? Because if so,
Let's talk.
Yeah.
So the second one looks good. That was the first one. That's the first honorable mention. And the second, do you want to talk about the second? It was honorable mention, but we told you all about that.
Yeah. Well, we love to chat. June 17th. Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston.
Yeah.
Book. I mean, honestly, she has great books.
She does.
Her characters are always really good. The stories are really interesting.
Yeah.
Romance
She hasn't let us down yet.
No, like at all. This one is a hit-making songwriter and a bitter musician share a startling and inexplicable connection that they'll do anything to shake. And the next sparkling magical book from the New York Times bestselling author of The 7-Year Slip and a novel love story.
First of all, tragedy. Why did they not say Dead Romantics? That's
Dead Romantics is still the best one.
Honestly, The 7-Year Slip was so good, but I think the first one was like her best
Dead
one.
Romantics was the best one.
And then I didn't read a novel love story yet, but I think you really liked it.
I liked it. That was my least favorite of the three, and I still liked it. I thought that a novel, I think I told you guys this one of the times, I thought that it was leaning too much into the Emily Henry of it all, when I thought 7-Year Slip and Dead Romantics had like such like a special thing to them with the magical realism and also like the exploration of bigger topics like grief. And a novel love story did a little bit, but it felt like they were telling Ashley to be more palatable and mainstream,
Which
and she was doing that a little
really
bit.
ruins sometimes authors like books and their writing. So
But regardless, still probably going to read it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
That was fabulous.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. You both are a lot of fun. You guys are a dynamic duo.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
And that's our roundup. Watch Romance Roundup on Reader Seeks Romance channel and subscribe on YouTube. Listen to Romance Roundup on PodBean and all podcast apps. Thanks for joining us, romance readers.
Happy reading, everyone.